Hey everybody! So since it's been a bit since I made a video last, I'm gonna do a mini, hopefully, vlog type update thingy for anybody who's interested. Basically, in the time since the last time I made a video, I've been working a lot, and that's nothing new. I've also been changing my hair a lot. It was all purple in the last video I made, and now it looks blue like always, because my camera always makes things look blue, and my cat's behind me. But it's like all black with purple on the ends, and then purple right here. And right after I had it all purple, I had it all dark green, which I'll try to put a picture here of that. And then after that, I had it black with green bangs and tips, and then I missed the purple, so I did it purple again. God, no. My cat's nudging the lovingly nudging the tripod. But yeah, so my hair is different like always, and like I said, I was working a lot, which is nothing new. Been getting more and more hours, so I feel like I don't have a lot of time other than work, but I do. It's just like time that I haven't been making videos. But yeah. Also, I've been buying a lot of makeup. I've been kind of obsessed lately with makeup, like a lot. And so yeah, probably do a haul video after this. My cat. What else has been happening? A couple of my rats passed away. My rat baby Leia, which I don't know if I've ever talked about in a video. I had her for a little over 2 years, I believe, and a rat that I recently adopted from a friend named Moo. They both passed away, and I'm gonna just tell the story really quick because it's kind of weird. When I got Moo, she was like very unstable when she would walk. Like she would be walking kind of, and then she would just like fall over. So that was worrisome, and it got worse over time. So I was researching on the internet what the issue might be, and it said that it could possibly be like an ear infection or a tumor on a gland inside of her. So I was keeping an eye on her, and rats are really expensive to take to the vet, because there's not a whole lot of vet offices that take rats because they're considered an exotic pet. So I was hoping that it would clear up on its own, and I mean, if it was a tumor, there isn't really anything I can do. And she didn't appear to have an ear infection, so I was watching her and everything. And baby Leia, my other rat, had a tumor growing on her. But it wasn't growing very quickly. But anyway, I went to check on Moo in the cage where she was with baby Leia, and they were snuggling on top of each other. And so I thought that was really cute, and then I went to touch baby Leia because she wasn't moving. God, no. And she was cold and stiff, and that was really surprising because she was really healthy aside from the tumor that wasn't very big. Like, I've had a lot of my rats die from tumors, and they're always a lot bigger than that when they kill them. And the tumor just, in my opinion and experience, wasn't a bad enough or big enough tumor to kill her. So I took her out of the cage, and I was looking at her body trying to figure out what killed her, because I did not think it was the tumor. And as I was looking at her, I noticed a bunch of little specks all over her body. And so I looked at them more closely and they were moving. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there were thousands of these specks. There were thousands. So I kind of like instantly freaked out and ran into the other room to wash my hands, and I was just like, what is all over my rats? So she was already dead, so my dad was helping me. He took her outside and I went to check on Moo, who was still alive, to see if she had them all over her, because she was like snuggling with Leia. So I figured she might have some of the little bugs on her too. So I took her out and looked, and she had even more. And I am not exaggerating. It was the most bugs or insects or whatever that I've ever seen in one place ever, except for maybe like the piles of ants that you find on the road. But there were thousands. It was just like covering them. It was out of control. And Moo had them really thick behind her ears. They were so thick behind her ears you couldn't even see her skin. So I took her into the bathroom immediately to try to give her a bath to get them off, and they would not come off. And they were like stuck in her fur. It was crazy. But Moo, stop it, Clyde. Moo was already had pretty bad health because she was so unstable walking and everything, and she had lost a lot of weight. I put all of the food and water down in like a little tiny area on the bottom level of the cage so that she could get to it all. But even then she had issues getting to it. I would hand feed her a lot, but I mean there's only so often I could do that because I work all the time. So her health was pretty bad, and as I was bathing her, she was not moving as much, and her heartbeat was really, really, really fast. And yeah, she like passed away in my hands as I was bathing her. So basically what I think happened was the mites or lice were inside of Moo's ears when I got her, and they were kind of causing her issues with walking and stuff. And I think that they just kind of multiplied in there and kind of just like exploded, because I can't even explain how many there were. And I check on my rats and there weren't visibly any in there, and then all of a sudden there were thousands, and I cannot explain any other way. And the more research I did, I'm thinking that they killed both rats, because it can kill rats if there's an infestation of those. And I think with how many were all over them, I wouldn't doubt that it killed them. So that was pretty awful. It was like, it felt like something out of a horror movie, seeing that many, like wondering what killed my rat and then finding thousands of little bugs all over them. It was just like, it really scared me. So now I only have one rat, Penelope, and the only reason she was spared was because when I got Moo, who was actually her mom, because I got her from the same person, she was like attacking Moo and biting on her neck. And so I caught her doing that, and I took her out of the cage and was like, no. And I was about ready to throw her out in the yard, to be honest, to just leave her to fend for herself, but I didn't. I put her into the other cage I have, and so she was in like solitary confinement, and that's the only reason that she's still alive. It's because she was a bad rat. So her misbehaving saved her life, I guess. So I still have one rat left. I can't touch her, pet her at all because she bites me. And she bites me with bad intent. Like, I've never had a rat that's, or any pet that's literally just like a bitch. Like, I feed her and she's really cute and I change her bedding and I put water in and that's about it. Like, I can't interact with her. So I've kind of just decided though that I need to take a break from rats for a bit after Penelope, because like seeing them all die, and sometimes they die pretty horribly from like tumors that are huge and you watch the life sucked out of them. It's just, I needed to take a break, you know? Like, it really, I'm not in the mental state to deal with that kind of death of pets over and over. So, Penelope, I noticed, does have a tumor as well, and it's growing pretty quickly. So, having rats is amazing because they're great pets, but watching them die is not so great. So, well, that's another thing that happened. That's probably the most interesting, that sounds terrible, the most interesting thing that happened. So, on a brighter note, I've been playing some video games lately. I got The Evil Within, which I just kind of started, and that's alright so far. Kind of getting used to it. I really like horror games, so. And I also recently played and beat, let me see if I have the case here, Nancy Drew Labyrinth of Lies. I don't know if I've ever talked about Nancy Drew games before, but I love them. I'm thinking about doing a video all about that because I loved it. So I did that recently. And I don't think I made a video recently enough, but also on the 15th of October, me and Jake had our 2-year anniversary, which was really awesome. So we've been together for a little over 2 years now. And as far as like Halloween, I worked, I believe, a 13-hour shift on Halloween, so I didn't do anything. Up until then, I watched a bunch of scary movies. Like, I kind of was on a horror movie kick, so I ate candy and watched horror movies in the weeks prior. But on actual Halloween, I didn't get to do anything but work, so yeah. I believe that's about it. Like, my life isn't really all that interesting. I kind of just work and do other things sometimes. I'm so interesting. But yeah, hopefully this was interesting to somebody, and sorry for the downer story about my rats, but I kind of wanted to share that because it was just really scary and weird. So, thank you for watching. Bye.